Hey, what's going on? It's Michael Q, LAU, and welcome to another episode of the Teachers After Dark podcast, where I am going into work to pay off my debt. And I have actually been gone for a month, and this is my first day back. So, a lot of catching up to do. So, what happened? While this is my first day going back to work, I actually suffered an injury on the job. Without going into too much detail, I was basically hospitalized for a night. It happened like a couple of days before the New Year's. So thankfully I was able to bring in the New Year's and bring in a new day. That's what I'm actually thankful for. So a lot has been going on. So can't go into a lot of the specifics. Actually just had my first day going back to work teaching and going to work as working for the employer that I'm going back to as well for the second number one largest employer in the Memphis area. So I was able to get some workers' compensation while I was off. About like 3 checks so far, and I probably received like some more, but I probably didn't. It's probably still in my mailbox. I don't have a mailbox key, so I have to wait until I catch the mail lady in order to get it unraveled and be able to go in and get access or whatever. So a lot has happened, a lot has changed, but I am still determined to pay off this debt that I have accumulated over the course of the times that I have been, in this entrepreneurial journey. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm a little, of course, nervous going back into the job. I don't know exactly what happened, except for the recollections from what everybody has told me that happened. So look forward to going back. Some of my team members, they're going to be surprised when they first see me. The only person that I've told is my manager. So I look forward to seeing some of the team members that I've grown fond of and built a relationship with over the 3 weeks that I've been working there. And then going back now to see what everything is like. So essentially the reason why I'm going back after suffering the injury is because I still have a debt to pay back. So that's number one. Number two, to really get I don't want to say closure on what happened, but just to make sure. But I have the belief, and I always say this, that I am always safe. So I'm always safe in every aspect of my life, whether it's in my relationship with my wife. I'm always able to be loved. Relationship with myself, I can always trust in myself and do the best thing that's for myself. And I'm always safe when I'm out in the world, I'm out and about, that nothing will bring harm to me. So that's something that I adamantly do believe, and going back to work is just one way to continue believing what I believe and putting my faith into action. All right, so it's a low. There we go. So just going back.
Are you tired of being tired, of not having enough energy to last you throughout the day? Are you worn out at work, too drained to go to the gym, or too sluggish to play with your kids, and too tired to hang out with your friends and your family? Don't worry, you're not the only one. In fact, 1 in 3 Americans struggle with having enough energy to last throughout the day. But there's good news, because you can change all that by focusing on your gut health. Did you know that your gut has good and bad microbiomes that grow inside of it? And the more that you feed the good, the healthier and livelier that you feel. When you feed the bad ones over time, you start to feel bad, then sad, and it turns into a fad that you feel like you can't escape. And it becomes your personality, aka your personal reality, and you feel like you cannot escape it, and you accept life as it is and that it won't change. But that's where you're wrong. You just have to be able to shift your focus. See, most people fall into the trap of the SAD diet, or the standard American diet, which focuses on fast food, which is cheap and high in calories, rather than nature's fast food, which are fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and legumes that help nourish your body so that you can flourish. It's also no mistake that 90% of Americans do not eat enough fruits and vegetables according to the daily recommendations, and that's only 5 servings a day. What if I told you you can have the equivalent of 6 superfood salads all in one that's all natural, organic, whole foods? Yes, natural, organic, whole foods. And you can make and consume it in under a minute, and it only costs $4 a day. So there's no excuse that you need to shop, chop, and cook your foods because it's delivered at your front door. If this sounds good to you, check the description down below and schedule a 15-minute complimentary call so you can see how this can be a fit into your lifestyle. So you can change your personal reality and increase your energy, mood, digestion, sleep, and skin, all by focusing on your gut health, which is the cause to all your symptoms. Don't believe me? Just Google gut health blank and you'll find plenty of research articles that find a connection. Back to the video.
I'm a little nervous, of course, as anybody would be. You know, it's like suffering an injury on the basketball court. You're gonna be a little, you're gonna be a little, what's the word? Not anxious, but you're gonna be a little cautious going back, making sure like nothing, like you don't re-injure yourself. But oftentimes, by you being so cautious, it's going to, you know, put more emphasis on that certain area that you're cautioning yourself about, that you may cause harm to yourself by being so cautious. So it's really just getting over that mental block so that I can continue to get back into doing my daily things. I was able to, you know, work out. The workout it didn't go so well, honestly. And I actually ended up doing like a 10-day water fast just because, and this was like probably like a week ago that I did this water fast. And the reason why I did it was just to see if I could do it. So I was initially just going to do it for like 2 to 3 days. When I got to day 3, I just figured I'd just continue going on. And when I got to day number 3, I just figured I'd go for 8 days in order of Kobe, R.I.P. Kobe. And then when I got to 8, I was like, let me just keep on going. So I ended up doing the Olympic Kobe, which he wore the number 10 because Michael Jordan wore the number 9. He always wanted to be one greater than Michael Jordan. And in the Olympics, you can only wear numbers 1 through 10. So 10 was the highest number that you could ever do. So that's the reason why. Well, he wore one number higher than Jordan because Jordan wore number 9, so he wanted to be one greater than Jordan. And hence why he wore number 10. So I did that. I was able to knock out those 10 days. And it's interesting that you don't realize like how much you just eat food just because it's there, instead of eating food because you're actually hungry. So it really put a lot of things in perspective. You know, a lot of times that I'm doing work on the computer, I'm just nibbling on food just to keep my mouth preoccupied with doing other things, when really I really don't need all of those extra things in my life. So it was really just an eye-opener. It's like as far as how much you can do. Now I did plan on running a mile in under 8 minutes because I'm so accustomed to doing it. However, when I started running, I made it to probably like 0.13, if that, and then I had to stop it and turn right back around because I did not have enough glycogen inside my body to make that whole mile trip. So I have a gas station that's basically on the other side of my, like a block away. So I ended up running towards that direction, and as far as I get. So I go ahead and trotted on back. I walked, I jogged. I did that for about 2 minutes. I ended up making it back home, and then I went out. Did I go and exercise? Yeah, I did go out and I went to the gym and exercised, and then I ran again, and I was able to get like half a mile, well, a quarter of a mile. So I was able to do half a mile by doing that. So I couldn't get the full mile in, but I really did gave my earnest effort into doing it. I guess I could have walked in order to get the complete mile done, but it wasn't something that there just wasn't a need to continue to beat the dead horse, because it was horrible. I felt horrible. But when I did the workout, I of course didn't feel much of a pump because I didn't have anything to give myself a pump with. But I did end up going to the gym and working out a little bit. I did like 2 exercises as a result, because like if you don't feel the pump, you don't feel the energy going, and I was weak as well, so that really didn't too much help. I was weak because I didn't have enough glycogen in my body, and I didn't get a pump. I just didn't get into the zone for working out, which comes not because I wasn't working out often enough. I was weak as a result. But yeah, it was like the day to day. So I'm looking forward to going into work after my running workout that I did a couple of weeks back. I have been eating, so I do have wherewithal to make sure I'm not working without having food or anything of that nature. So I'm interested to see what today will bring, and looking forward to the enthusiasm and really just getting back on track with paying off this debt, so that I can increase my credit score and really be able to start my entrepreneurial journey with all the information that I have accumulated, so that I can make right decisions as I move forward in my life. I still haven't received my badge, of course, but actually hopefully it's going to be at the front desk whenever I get picked up by my manager. So at least with the time that I had off, I'll be able to at least be able to get my badge. All right, so I'm about to go ahead and do my affirmations before I get out of this car and go from there. So, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. I am infinite peace, love, joy, health, wealth, abundance, blessing, discernment, wisdom, and I reign supreme. I approve of myself. God gives me all the ideas that I can use. Everything I touch is a success. I'm a money magnet. I attract money freely, easily, and abundantly. I'm committed to being a multi-millionaire. I think big. I choose to help thousands and thousands of people. I have a millionaire mind. I have a millionaire mindset. I have a millionaire mind. I have a millionaire mindset. I have a millionaire mind. I have a millionaire mindset. And that's just a combination of affirmations that I learned from the Mind Control Method and by Jose Silva, and then by, what's this person's name? Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Body. So I just put those in the combination, and then I am infinite peace, love, joy, health, wealth, abundance, blessing, discernment, wisdom, and I reign supreme. That came from an affirmation that I've been doing since I started, when I was running a mile every morning in under 8 minutes. And it would just be something that I would say to myself over and over again as an affirmation. And it was something that I just embedded into my memory now, that I can say it so easily and freely as you just notice. So I am infinite peace, love, joy, health, wealth, abundance, blessing, discernment, wisdom, and I reign supreme. So of all those things, I am able to do all things that I put my mind to, and so can you. All right. So as always, you all stay fearfully fit and fearfully blessed. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Smash that notification bell, and I'll see you on the flip side. And I'll let you know how my night went on my first day back. All right.
To learn more information about Purium and the family of products, check out the description down below to set up a 15-minute complimentary call, and you can also check out the website. You're just one click away for a better life. Your health is too important to continue to push it off. Go ahead and check out the website and see if a product fits you.
Hey, what's going on? It's Michael Q, LAU, and welcome to the second half of the episode. So, today was a good day. As you see, changed clothes. Thankfully, I brought some rain gear. That's why you always have to check the weather, because if you don't, you can be soggy the entire time. So, thankfully, I checked that, and I was good to go. So first day back, you know, they were pleasantly surprised to see me. A lot of people really didn't expect me to come back, which I don't blame them. But they even said, like, if it was them, they probably wouldn't have came back themselves. But it was good to be able to see them. And there was somebody that was new on the team that just joined. So there's one additional person, and then they were saying actually two additional people. One of them didn't show up today. Yeah, two of them didn't show up today. They said one was a teacher, a female teacher. She may have quit. The other one just didn't show up for whatever reason. But yeah, that happened. So it was good to see a new face and be able to get acclimated back into the swing of things. So it was good to be back. I felt a little apprehensive at times, especially on like the place on where I had injured myself. They made sure I didn't get on the area of which I had injured myself. And one of the main reasons why I decided to come back is because this is like one of the easier parts of the job that I work in the area. Like I'm that sorting, I'm that, you know, getting tired and burnt out. Although we do stay outside in the elements, it's a relatively easy part of the job, of everything else that we could be doing. So I could be tired going into work. It could affect my workouts. Although it does somewhat affect my workouts because I'm not getting as much sleep, so I'm not recovering as much. It would definitely affect my workouts a lot more if I was doing a lot of physical labor, as far as like bending, twisting, throwing, and, you know, just constantly on the move with like 5-10 minutes between, you know, cans filling up, as I was doing in prior areas. So working on the plane is really less labor intensive, as you're just moving an entire can with other people, and you're just moving it, you know, all together. So it just makes it a lot easier to be able to do. So it is 5 a.m. I plan on getting home. I probably should take a shower. My hip is hurting a little bit, so I'm a little apprehensive as far as what I'm going to do. I may go ahead and do legs today, see how that feels once I load it up and actually do like push leg exercises, because I haven't been, like last week I took off. So this week, I don't know. It's at times it feels better, sometimes it feels a little bit worse. But I know when I move, I at least feel better as I'm in the motion of moving. So if anything, I'll do some exercises. If I'm not feeling it, I'll just go ahead and get on the elliptical and walk until I'm at my heart's content. So usually I work out legs for like a good about 75 minutes. So if I'm doing legs and I get to 50 minutes and I stop feeling it, I'll just go ahead and get onto the treadmill and do the rest on the treadmill for like 25 minutes. Although I could do 30 minutes on the elliptical. I mean, the treadmill high as high as possible with 2.3 speed, like an 18 incline. I was glad when I found out that they actually increased the incline, because for years it was at 15, but they put it at 18. Hopefully it'll go up to 21, 23, 24. I'm not sure how steep they would ever go, but we'll see. This person is driving to sleep. So, pretty sure I didn't. Yeah, I mentioned earlier that I had my rain gear, and this was very critical, because if I didn't have my rain gear, I would have been soggy the whole night. It would have been a whole issue. So thankfully, I did have this, and I was able to get everything done that I needed to get done. So just looking forward to going home, taking a shower, and getting ready to go to the gym. And today is Tuesday now, so I'll see how much energy that I actually have. But I just wanted to go ahead and tap in and let you know how my day went. Nothing out of the ordinary happened besides the rain. There was actually thunder, so we did have to get onto the plane. Actually, the blue lights came on like on 3 separate occasions, but it was all strung all together, so we just pretty much stayed on the plane. The first time the blue lights went out, they told us to go ahead and get ready. By the time I put on my jacket, the blue lights came back on. And then that happened for a second time as well. And then the third time that it happened, we were actually outside moving the can onto the, I forgot what it's called, but the blue lights came on, but then they immediately went off. So I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe like a false alarm. But we all survived it. And thankfully we didn't get touched by many of the raindrops. But the rain gear is really just from when you're sitting on your different toes, that you don't accumulate water on your feet. So we're able to handle it, stay dry, and the only water or perspiration that we had on us was our own perspiration, and that precipitation of the clouds. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bid you adieu and get off, because I want to enjoy some music on this ride home. Listen to some J. Cole, See It to Believe It, followed by Heaven's EP, then 100 Million. That's my playlist as I'm going to work. Alright? To and from work. So as always, you're all set for infinitely fit, infinitely blessed. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and smash that notification bell to get the next notification for the next video that I will be dropping.